guys, welcome back here to Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys coming by the channel to spend some time with me. You guys, today I have got 3 lures that work awesome in the month of April that nobody fishes. I mean, I don't hardly ever hear people talking about these, and I catch freaking loads of fish on them. I want to give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish these baits, because time of filming this video, we're in the last part of March. Right around the corner, April, some of the best fishing is going to be taking place, and going to get you guys all set up and prepared so you can have a good month catching them really good in the month of April there. Also, guys, before we get started, a couple quick things here. Just want to remind you that Solar Bat has still got their Get Ready for Spring sale going on my signature series RB3s, which are these, and the RB2 series sunglasses. You can get them right now at 30% off on the Solar Bat website. I'll put that link in the description of the video here. Got, several different lens colors. My favorite is the high contrast yellow here. This is the one I use. If you're just gonna get one, I'd get that one. And also, guys, real quick, I'm getting ready for my second tournament of the year up at Stockton Lake this coming weekend, getting the Vexus 1980 ready to roll. I just want to remind you guys that this boat of mine will be for sale here coming up later for the spring. If you're interested in this boat, all you have to do is give Robbie a call at Branson West Marine. I'll put the link in the description there. He can get you all set up with that. Just tell him you saw the video here. He'll get you a good deal on it. And guys, whoever buys the boat, I'll take you out personally on Table Rock Lake and we'll go through everything about the boat. I think you'll really like it, so appreciate that. Okay, guys, April coming up, man. Everybody loves fishing in April because the fish are shallow. I mean, all those fish that were living off the bank and suspended out in the middle of nowhere, a lot of them come to the bank. They're biting, they're aggressive, just a great time to fish. And there's a lot of baits that work in April. It's like one of the things about April fishing, it's like, since the fish are aggressive and they're shallow, there's a lot of different ways to catch them. But I've got 3 baits here that I have done exceptionally well. Well, 2 of them. One of them is a new one that just came out. I know we'll do exceptionally well on it. But 2 of them that I catch a ton of fish in on, going to give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish it. Okay, the first one, we've talked about this on the channel before. I'm not sure how many people have tried it. This is that Megabass sleeper craw. Looks just like a little crawdad here. It's got a keel weight on the bottom of it here. It's got the hook buried in the middle of it here, so you can't even see this hook. And the cool thing about the sleeper craw is the tails, they float. So when this thing's in the water, the tails float up off the bottom like that. So the crawdad is like, it looks like he's just like trying to fight the fish when a bass comes down on it. But it's the perfect size of crawdad that the bass likes. Looks super, super realistic. You can work it just like a jig anywhere. Now, when I first got the sleeper craw, one of the things about it is I thought it would be a good bait to drag in deeper water, like a football head jig. And I caught a few on it, but not very many. But the technique that I used last April to catch a lot of fish on this was basically pitching it and flipping it around any shallow cover in the spawning type coves. Boat docks, lay down trees, stumps, even bare banks. I caught a ton of fish last April on this thing. Put it on a flipping stick, usually 15-pound test, Seaguar and Vizex fluorocarbon line, and just fish it around any shallow cover. There's something about the profile of this thing, I'm not sure what it is, but they love it in April. I don't know what it is about it, but it'll work in anywhere that you got water visibility of over about 1.5 feet. I'll put the sleeper craw link and my tackle warehouse link in the description also, as well as the others. So I'll have all 3 of these baits linked in my tackle warehouse link. If you guys would like to order some of them, you can use that link, and much appreciated for doing that. But definitely get you some of these sleeper craws here. Okay, the next one, this is a new bait that Zoom came out with, and I've got to be honest with you guys, I haven't fished it in April yet because it wasn't around last April, but this is the Zoom thick trick worm. I don't even have to catch one on it to know I'm going to catch one on it, to catch a bunch of them in April, because my two of my favorite baits I like to fish on a shaky head are like a soft plastic stick bait and a Zoom trick worm, which is the trick worm's thinner than this. Soft plastic stick bait is fatter. This is like sort of an in-between style. It's a thick trick worm, like a fat trick worm. Put that on a light shaky head like that. Fish it in and around those spawning type areas, guys. And like I've been talking about in some of my other videos, if you could give me one bait to fish during the month of April, this is what it would be. It'd be a shaky head. I catch a ton of fish on a shaky head and catch good ones on a shaky head in April. It's just, bass really like that type of a presentation this time of year. Okay, and the final one, so we talked about this in the past too. I want to reiterate how good it is in April. This is another Megabass bait called the Sleeper Gill. And again, I'll link this in my tackle warehouse link. Guys, the sleeper gill is freaky. If you haven't fished this bait, guys, you have got to try this. It is one of the most unique baits that I have ever fished. And after experimenting with it, even though it's a swim bait with a paddle tail on it, I don't fish it like a swim bait. I fish this thing like a crankbait or a spinner bait or a chatter bait because it's a target bait for me. Most swim baits that look like this, people are just reeling them down the water column or wherever. You can take this sleeper gill and you can run it next to cover, like next to a lay down tree, next to a lay down log, next to a boat dock, next to a grass edge, whatever cover that you have in the water. And guys, fish it just under the surface. I like to keep it up high in the water column like that, where I can almost see it coming through the water. And guys, I have never seen a bait that they will attack more aggressively trying to kill this thing that looks like a bluegill. Megabass sleeper gill comes in a bunch of different colors. And another cool thing about this one, or a couple of different things on there, it's got a really good stiff beefy hook in it. But let me give you a piece of advice on there is open that hook up a little bit. Take a pair of pliers and open it up about 1/16 of an inch, which I did on this one right here. It really adds to, you know, some good hook setting. And also guys, since this thing is flat like that, I've never seen a bait that skips so good. This is the easiest skipping bait that I have ever used. And another technique that I catch a bunch of them on the sleeper gill in April is skipping that thing underneath boat dock walkways. You know, I'll skip it way underneath there, keep that rod tip high, reel it just under the surface under that walkway. And guys, if there's a bass laying on that dock, they will come out of nowhere and annihilate that thing. Works really good in clear water too, if you got water visibility over 4 or 5 foot. But anyway, guys, those are the three that I wanted to get you guys clued in on. Got the Megabass sleeper craw here, Megabass sleeper gill, and the thick trick worm. Those are 3 baits that a lot of people do not fish in April that I can promise you'll load the boat on them. So hope it helps out. We'll talk later.